for joining for today's session. Gautam, can you please give host to Santanu? Yeah, Santanu. Okay. Now you are host. You can share your screen and you can start session. Sorry guys, sorry for late starting for today's session. Yeah, Santanu. Okay, now you can start for today's session. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Apologies for the delay. There was some troubles due to which we had to start this a bit late. Um, Thanks for joining, first of all, and let me introduce myself. So my name is Shantanu. I have overall 13 years of experience in total, out of which I have worked in Salesforce CRM initially for 6-7 years, and from past five years I have been working in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Okay, um, in this experience I have worked for multiple clients. Okay, which from different sectors. Let's say banking, BFSI, okay, telecom, huge telecom giants across across Asia Pacific, Europe. There were some automobile industries which we have worked through, including different automobile sectors within them, electronic automobiles, and then the heavy automobiles as well, which includes the quarry trucks, all that. To give you an example, why I was being specific there is because the target gets when if we are specifically talking about marketing cloud here, the target segment gets different, and that's when your industry which you have been working for, or the client which you're working for, matters here, because the complete picture gets changed. Anyways, okay, so that's about me, and in this particular session, we will cover mostly about how what the Salesforce ecosystem is, what is a small idea about what how Salesforce started, how the CRM changed its course with another applications of Salesforce like Marketing Cloud, Pardot, and how this ecosystem completely works. Okay, how the data flows from one place to another within all those systems, and we'll focus mainly about Marketing Cloud, but we'll give you a brief idea about how things come in a central place. Okay, within the Salesforce ecosystem cloud. Okay. Before that, is anyone having any kind of expectations to start? If we have to set a particular expectation about this demo, can we can discuss it now and maybe get started. If anyone has any specific questions that they need to be answered. I'm audible, right? Hello?
Yeah, it's audible.
Okay, perfect. All right. I know it's early morning, and even I am not
Company you work
completely
for?
awake.
Hi, which company you work
So
for?
I'm working for Mindtree.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any prerequisites to learn this course?
Okay, yeah. I'll give you a very recent example Okay. By prerequisites, I mean you are expecting the background or some basic knowledge,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So I'll give you a recent example. I had one of my friends. He was from completely different sector. Okay. He was from banking. He used to work for a particular bank. Had no idea about computers apart from just having his own personal laptop. He had no absolute technical knowledge of it. He took marketing cloud training and now he's working in an IT company with a very good package as a marketing senior software developer as a designation. So consider him having absolute zero idea about what input devices and output devices are right from there. Okay. He gave himself 1.5 month, started from basic things, and now he's working in one of the companies as a marketing cloud developer. So I won't say that you need, absolutely zero knowledge of it. Any knowledge is good knowledge, but even if you are worried that you're not from you're not from the, you know, from this particular technology or this particular IT sector altogether, you don't have to worry as well.
Explain digital marketing. It is good for me to move here because I want to get some more like big package and something like that. So this is good time to enter in this.
Okay, sorry. Say that again. Is it good time to move from what?
From digital market data. I'm from digital marketing right now. I'm working as a
Digital
digital
marketing.
marketing from last 10 years, and my package is not that good, which I belong to. So now I'm thinking to move from digital marketing to marketing cloud because somewhere it is belong to each other, belong to the marketing. So what
Right.
is your
It is.
suggestion about it?
So as per my, what I've seen, almost 30 to 30 from this background, digital marketing. Okay, because it's very much similar to what they did and what we do here in marketing cloud.
Okay,
So
one
you
more
are
thing.
in this.
Sorry,
Uh-huh.
sorry. Can you please complete?
It's yeah. So I was saying it's the same thing what you did. So there you were an end user to perform digital marketing for a particular client, but here you are going to develop that particular application to do the digital marketing.
Okay. And is there any
Right.
coding knowledge required? Because we have the phobia about the coding as far as marketing. We can't do the
Trust me,
coding.
yes, trust me, I was there in your place. I had a huge phobia for a pretty long time, and I convinced myself that I'm never gonna touch a code or write a code entire my life. I could never do that, but things changed overall. Okay, so there will be need. At this moment I will not say yes. Okay, to your question, it is okay to not have a knowledge, but going ahead, once you grow in your career, let's say you start to work in marketing cloud, give or take 2 years, there will be a need or there will be an ask from you that you should get involved into
Yeah, someone
some
told me
sort
that.
of code.
Someone told me that you have required 10% of coding knowledge and 90% of click and something like that. Click and serve something like that. Is that
See, it completely depends. Okay, there is no black and white area here. There is always a gray area when it comes to saying such kind of statements. Okay,
okay?
if you're working for a particular client who is completely dependent on dynamic um, email targeting or your designing, then your work is 50% of coding and 50% of point and click. Right.
And what about the coding style? Like it is very tough, or we can learn easily.
You can learn easily, is what I can say. Having basics about, there are mostly two type of coding here. One is UI end, and the another is data end. Okay, UI end is your entire HTML CSS, and JavaScripts. Okay, and data part is mostly MScript and JavaScripting, server-side JavaScripting. Okay, you have to just worry about basics of all these. In fact, basics of HTML and AMScript. Okay, and which is going to be pretty understandable for even for someone who has absolute no idea into coding and even phobia, as you said. So
Okay.
do not worry, do not consider at this moment that this is a completely blocker for you. It is not. I still work with people who have absolutely no idea about AMScript and HTML, but they are still doing good. So
Okay.
I just don't want to commit anything saying that, okay, there is just 5% or 1% of coding. There will be. It completely depends on who you work with.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Will those include in this training? Will you cover those scripting as well?
See, we'll try to cover, start from basics. Now, it's completely different realm altogether. If you want to dig into AMScripting, okay, we'll try our best to cover as much as scenario we can, giving you a basic idea about what is AMScript, how to use it in your basic emails and all that. But there will be always a need from you guys to have your inputs, do some sort of uh, practice on your own, and not only for AMScript, I'll say for each and every part. Okay, and then come up with questions or come up with scenarios, and we'll be there to help you. Even for example, email designing, I'll give you multiple scenarios, 5-6 scenarios to build email. But there could be there could be something which will be specific, industry specific. Okay, so we can't completely go into all the depths of all the modules. Okay, I'll be very honest here. People will say at the beginning of the demo that yes, we'll give you each and every thing and all that. Yes, we will give you, but it has to be to and fro. Okay, we'll give you until 10 steps. You have to reach for another 5 steps further if you really want to grow with your skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how deep like integrations and SSJS will be covered out of 10?
See, integrations is a tricky thing. Okay, you need systems for it. Right. To give you an example, Marketing Cloud and to integrate with Salesforce CRM. If I'm not sure if everyone knows about Salesforce CRM, but yeah, if you want to integrate, you need 2 production instances or 2 sandbox instances at least. For that, you need connector. Now, for the demo purpose, you literally can't do it. It needs live systems, but we will tell you about how it happens. There is a complete step-by-step guide available which tells us about integrating CRM with Marketing Cloud because they fall in same ecosystem. Likewise, with another systems, that's a not CRM ecosystem. Now you want to connect Marketing Cloud with something else? Absolutely. We will help you understand, how to go ahead and start creating those packages, okay, which will be used for integrating. For example, you're working with a particular website and you want to integrate that website data with your Marketing Cloud. So the website developer may ask you for some details, your REST and SOAP API details. We'll help you know how to start with that process. Okay, how to expose your credentials, how to try testing that data. We'll give you an information about it. Okay.
Okay, and SSJS?
SSJS, yes, we'll try to give some industry specific examples there, but if you are expecting right from scratch, we can't cover that into this training. It has to be specific. There are trainings for specifically Interaction Studio. There is training specifically for AMP script and SSJs. So that's step 2, advanced versions. We'll cover some basics here. Every basics, right from Email Studio to the analytics. Okay. We'll touch down on each and every topic. And now going ahead, it depends on you guys where you want to focus more and where you want to start researching and getting into it.
Hi, sorry to interrupt you. Are you covering the admin part as well?
Yes. So see, admin part, we will tell you how and what it is all about. Okay.
Okay.
So why do we have sender profiles? Why do we have those delivery profiles, users, roles, etc., etc.? We are going to discuss all that. Please.
Okay. Thank you. So with this course, what can we target? Like marketing cloud developer, consultant, or admin, like email specialist? Like what can we target in our resume mainly?
You can target each and every role. You can literally target each and every role. Because if you want to be as a functional consultant, you still need to know what all capabilities of marketing cloud are. If you want to be a developer, definitely same thing. Even if you want to be QA, okay, just for quality analysis, to check how the emails are working with different devices, all that. We have a team as a testers. You still need to know what marketing cloud is, what all things it can perform, and all that. So there are different possibilities of roles after this training. With the demo, let me share my screen. So I'm not gonna bombard you all with the typical PowerPoint presentations. Okay, I'll try to cover least with such kind of things and more with showing you the application, what is it, how is it. So this is needed in order to just list down what all things it can do and if not. Okay, just confirm if you are able to hear me. My headphone keeps on disconnecting. So
Yes, I can hear you.
okay, perfect. So all right, Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So you might have heard about Salesforce in recent. You might have already been working in it. In some of the different modules, you're already working in Salesforce Marketing Cloud itself, but want to get started with in detail to understand more about it. So this, this particular product is not developed by Salesforce, the company. If you have absolutely no idea, let me tell you, Salesforce is a company, okay, a cloud computing company, you can say, which started with their own product of CRM. CRM is customer relationship management. Okay, so they grown with their CRM product, and eventually they start acquiring multiple companies. Likewise, Salesforce there was a company called ExactTarget, which was acquired by Salesforce in 2013, and that's when ExactTarget is being called as Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Okay, likewise we have Salesforce Commerce Cloud, we have Salesforce Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, which falls under CRM, and so on. Okay, now, sorry, one moment. Okay, sorry, my bad. My computer has freezed for a while. All right. So that is about how Marketing Cloud started with. Okay, it is now part of Salesforce ecosystem, and we have this application running up within the all the Salesforce products what we have available. Now the advantage of being into Salesforce ecosystem is um, all their products or different systems or applications can talk to each other very easily and very conveniently. What I mean by talk to each other is having integrations, to be specific. You can integrate their each and every system with so ease that you don't have to write multiple lines of codes and keep on having refreshing your data and checking the code quality, sorry, the data, if it's coming in or not, or you don't have to maintain a lot of things. There is a plugin they work with every time, and and the flow is flawless completely. To give you an example, okay, I'll give that example later going on. Let me go ahead. So now Salesforce, if you're wondering what benefits it can provide to customers, to you uh, as a employee, or a person who not employee, or a person who is using my Marketing Cloud as a delivery person for your clients and all that. So for your clients, this Marketing Cloud is will help them to personalize their communications, plan their communications, optimize their customer journeys. Now, you might say, what does this mean? Why do they need to have optimized customer communications and journeys? What is all that about? So to take a particular company, let's say iPhone, Apple. Okay, if Apple launches any particular product, they have to tell you, their customers or potential customers, that hey, we came up with this new AirPods, or we came up with this new iPhone altogether. They do advertising, right? You can see banners across your city everywhere. Their shops are lit with new banners of their phone or their any product which is launched. You receive SMS from their stores. You receive emails that, oh wow, this is a new shiny iPhone and all that. You see social media pops up. You see YouTube ads everywhere. You see that ad everywhere. What is this? They are targeting their possibly existing customers and new customers. They want to sell their product. They want to advertise it as much as possible with as many different mediums as they can, or channels, so that people go, they start uh, getting attracted towards that product and start buying. Okay, so why do they find this need? They find this need of initially, as you see, things were pretty vibrant when it came to advertising on not digitally, since now digital uh, things are taking place more faster and maximum things are happening digitally. Before that, you could have seen lots of physical campaigns going on. By physical campaign, I mean hoardings. At this days, you see like 5% of that, hoardings and shop um, uh, banners going on there, here and there. But 95% of that entire campaigns, or it has gone digital. Okay, so gone digital means, you see, as I said earlier, you see their ads each and everywhere, right from your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and all that. They hardly target the actual physical campaigns. Okay, So there is a need of such kind of things by multiple companies, not just Apple. There are companies right from each and every segment. As I gave you an example earlier, automobiles, telecom, they all need to target their people in order to publish their product, in order to give as much as information as they can about their product and make sure that their people are buying their product. So how do they do this? They do this with use of such kind of products like Marketing Cloud, which helps them target, get as much as data as they can from a particular, from above the customers, target them with their advertisements, and get as much as engagements from them, so that they can start sending more communications, more and more communications. Okay, so some of you might have seen this. If you're scrolling through your Facebook or Instagram, you accidentally or click on a particular ad, okay, which you want to or maybe not want to, but if you click on that particular ad, you keep on seeing that, you start getting stories of that particular ad, or that particular thing, whatever you have clicked about. You possibly may see that same ad in YouTube flowing in after a couple of days, and you may wonder, okay, why do I keep on getting these ads again and again? This is how they try to engage you, and that's what our another point is all about. Gain more information about your clients. See, you just don't gain more information about the clients uh, data, as in your details, your personal details, but you also gain your interest. They try to capture you where your interest falls. Okay, are you really interested into this set of clothes, or you're more interested into a different set of clothes? They try to build your uh, persona or profile with different data sets altogether. There are 1,000 data sets they gather about of one individual person, and based on that they keep on targeting with their products. Okay, and that's when Marketing Cloud helps you target such kind of contacts with different type of communications and channel. Okay, so again, your Marketing Cloud also helps you nurture your customers as they move forward with the journey. Now journey, you're gonna find this journey everywhere within this demo and going ahead in Marketing Cloud when you start working as well. So what journeys and all this we keep on talking about. So it's a customer who flow through your communication journey, is how we can say. Okay, I receive a data from one particular person, and I am now trying to push him with my advertisements. I'm not sure how he's gonna behave. I'm gonna send him first email. He may open it, see it. Okay, he might be interested in my particular product. Then he'll engage in a different way. I may ask my telecaller to call him, and he may give him some insights and all that. So all these things is a journey, a particular customer's journey, right from the beginning to the end, until he either buys my product or completely goes away by saying no, I don't want to go ahead with you guys. So these are journeys. It depends on how you give them the communications, and out of that how they are going to respond to it. And then you plan, okay, this guy is not supposed to receive this kind of communication, let's send it something else. All that, we'll talk about that in detail. So and all about all these things, once you send out the communications, you process your advertisements, or not just advertisement but anything. Okay, any communication here. After all that, the Marketing Cloud helps you analyze. Okay, analyze how did this entire process work. It helps you assess the impact of every customer interaction. Okay, so that going ahead you can decide which worked well, which did not. and where to focus more, where to focus less, or work on it. Okay, it gives you the strengths and flaws in your process. So this is very limited explanation about benefits of Marketing Cloud. But if someone asks you, what did you get out of this demo, or what is Marketing Cloud? At least you can tell them that it's a tool which helps a marketer or a company or whoever has bought this particular product target their customers with communications, or send out. It's a tool to send communications with different across different channels to your end customers or potential customers or your contacts. By potential customers and customers, what do I mean is, now a particular company starts their business with, they let's say they don't have a new customer yet, so they launch some kind of campaigns, they launch some kind of let's say campaigns itself. They want to introduce their product to entire particular set of segment, or if they launch in a country, only in, let's say in a specific country, they want to introduce that product across. It's not just about products, but it can be anything else. Okay, but let's say product. So they give you some good offers. They give you, initially they give you offers, they give you free samples and all that, and try to gather your information. Hey, can you sign up to this form and get a 50% discount on our product? Sign up here, you will get a free sample of our product. So what are they doing here? Are they really, so nice guys to give a free sample of their product? No, they want to make sure that people get used to our product, as well as we are getting more and more data from our potential clients who are going to be our customers. They are called as leads when it comes to Salesforce ecosystem. Okay, leads are potential customers. They may or may not be your customers going ahead, but they are, and they are very important, so that you have to nurture them. By nurturing means call them, initially people used to do this. As soon as they get a particular contact, we used to give visiting cards, right, to someone. Okay, you know what, call me, and I'll possibly be interested in your product. So these people used to call them, ask, get their appointments, schedule their appointments, note it down in their diaries, and call them again. Hello sir, we spoke about this and this product. Are you interested? And let me give you a demo and all that. So all these things they used to do just to make sure that this person purchases their product or be their customer. He's a lead for them. You are very important for a company when you're lead. And if you start showing less interest in your in their product, that's when they start grading you based on how your interest level is. Or if you show more interest, they grade you. That's a process of nurturing their lead. We all do this within the Marketing Cloud itself. Okay, creations of leads and all that, they help you, storing the data of such things and then having them as a customers, and then all that falls into Salesforce CRM. Some of you might have an idea, some of you might have worked on it, but that's mostly related to Salesforce CRM. Okay, this is Marketing Cloud. This guy's job is to target those leads by sending them emails, SMS, whatever. Okay, any questions till now? Hello, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, pretty well.
Okay, any questions? Any you expects any improvements? Am I going too fast, too slow? too vague or too specific, let me know.
No, you're good.
Okay. So these are some companies I could point out, which very few, okay, very few of them are here who are already using Marketing Cloud. And I specifically mentioned some of the famous companies which we know, we come across with our day-to-day life. Okay. So there's American Express, Adidas. Adidas I've worked with Michelin as well for a very long time. Okay, I've worked for a a particular time for Vodafone as well, and they still use Marketing Cloud through its all capabilities, or they suck out of every possible feature out of Marketing Cloud, and they are pretty doing well with their compared to their old systems and new systems. So these are some high companies, end user companies we know who are already working with Marketing Cloud. There and number of more companies. Okay, so I think we already discussed what is Marketing Cloud, but this is more in detail. Okay, to be more specific about now. Again, Marketing Cloud is a Salesforce cloud platform. Okay, platform or cloud, as they say in their terminology, in the area of marketing, automation, and customer engagement. So this mostly focuses, this particular application mostly focuses into marketing automation and customer engagement. Like with CRM mostly deals with customer management, storing their data, gathering data from multiple sources, and then having their own processes there, different kind of processes there, like order management, lead management, sales management, service management. That all happens in CRM. Here we deal with marketing and customer engagement. That's it. And it's a SaaS platform. Okay. Some of you might know what SaaS is. It's a software as a service. Okay. And there is a PaaS as well, platform as a service, software as a service. So this is application which is web-based. You get this software, kind of software or application to you when you purchase this particular application, and then you develop that application based on your needs. So it's a service, it's a software as a service which will help you develop it according to your needs, and then you can work on that particular application's capabilities together. So it's a SaaS platform made up of base versions with different levels of functionalities and multiple additional at cost component with further increase function, which further increases their functionality. Now, what does this mean? So this platform comes with different editions. Okay, by versions mean different editions. There is a basic edition, professional edition, enterprise edition, and all that. It goes on. Every edition has their own way of or their features. Okay, it's same like you install a free app and then it asks you to upgrade or purchase this pro edition to unlock more capabilities. It seems like that. It depends on each and every company what all things do they need with their marketing campaigns, and they can go with that particular feature or version. So each version or each and every feature comes with additional cost. Okay, as you grow with the versions, they come up with new features, and there is additional cost there which you have to for some studios. For example, if you see a particular Marketing Cloud, you can see there are multiple studios there. Okay, they seem to have purchased them. There is Interaction Studio which needs to be licensed. There is a Social Studio. Okay, it has to be licensed. So there are some basic studios, but these two studios are even if you have the highest version of it, the enterprise version, but you still need to purchase those studios. Okay. Yeah. So as I said earlier, SFMC was not initially developed by Salesforce. It was gained by Salesforce in their acquisition of ExactTarget. ExactTarget was the company, and this is what it was known earlier in 2013. So Salesforce bought it. Uh, Salesforce Marketing Cloud is a marketing platform that has capabilities to support many facets of marketing, including multi-channel campaign execution, dynamic customer journeys, pre and post campaign analytics, including audience building and segmentation, social media engagement and advertisement, data management. Okay, this platform also does regional. Now, again, about this, what does this exactly mean? So this particular application is does multiple jobs. Okay, it just when we say advertising and targeting, it's just not that. It has to do some data segmentation. It has to do some kind of things in order to send those kind of communications. Okay, so first of all, it works with different channels. It will send you email. It can send emails. It can send SMS. It can send push notifications to your mobile. It can send WhatsApp messages. It can send um, Kakao messages. No, Kakao is an app which is pretty famous in Southeast Asia Pacific countries. Okay, um, you can have multiple type of communications doing here. Now basics are email, SMS. Okay, email is pretty basic. Everyone works with email. Okay, all these things comes with additional integrations. Like I said, WhatsApp integration, Kakao integration, line messages. You can post social media things. Everything comes with some of the additional uh, features or packages. So this application does this kind of multi-channel campaign execution. Okay, they do dynamic customer journeys. Again, as I said, journeys, you're gonna hear this. What is dynamic customer journeys? Now, if I target 1,000 contacts with one email altogether, some of the people, you know, may open my email, then click on my email content, go to the link, click on the link, then they will be diverted to my website. They will fill in the form. Some of them might just open the email, see what it is, and close that email. Some of them won't even bother to open that email and just delete it right away. So there are different things which users perform, right? Out of that 1,000, there are a lot of possibilities what contacts can do. They can go from one email to different, all those websites till filling in the form and contacting us, okay, by themselves. So with all these different possibilities, you can design a kind of flow chart. Okay, if someone does this, do this to them. If they do this to them. So if someone opens an email, okay, just opens an email, send them to this kind of this road where it leads to sending the same email again. Okay, as a reminder that, okay, thank you for your interest in our communications. Would you like to know something more about our product? If someone do not open your email altogether, you can send them another same email, repeated till another set of this copy of that same email. There could be a chance they might open it, or same email with different subject line, just to attract them with. These are all dynamic customer journeys example of. It's a kind of path or flow chart which works on if and else conditions, and it's all drag and drop. No coding is required here, if you're wondering. All right, so SFMC does this using components called as studios and builders. Yeah, so there are studios, there are builders which help you build all those things and create your effective campaign. Studios are used to manage and engage with channels of communications. In SFMC, that includes examples are marketing, email studio, social studio, mobile studio. And what are builders? Builders are used to manage data. or content or customer journeys. For example, analytics builder, content builder, journey builder. Okay, content builder has a data. You can store your assets there, images, or mostly images which are helpful for your email. Then your email which is built or templates which you build, they're all stored there. Analytics builder helps you in the reporting purpose. How was this campaign performed compared to the last one? How many people were targeted? How many out of those were did engaged with our campaign? So on and so on. Okay. So what can you do with Marketing Cloud? Again, this is going to be sound repetitive, but it's more and more information going ahead. Okay. So Salesforce Marketing Cloud is a feature-rich platform that has capabilities across marketing domain. It does customer engagement in real time, email and marketing automation, social media engagement, listening, and advertising. Now you may be wondering what is social media engagement here. You might have seen that some people, as the example I gave for Instagram, you post your ad there, someone clicks on your ad, you get to know, and you start targeting that same contact again and again. Okay. Likewise, there are hashtags. Your Marketing Cloud can post some such kind of social media post, track the hashtags, track what customers are talking about your product by looking at those hashtags.
Sorry to interrupt. Somil, can you please turn off your webcam? Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So Marketing Cloud helps you with all these social interactions. Some people tag, you might have seen people go to Twitter and tag Zomato about their experiences. So Zomato has a kind of application which automatically replies you. There are bots, we call. So what are those bots? That might be some their native application. Likewise, Marketing Cloud also helps you do all those things. It tracks the customer engagement on your page, or someone clicks on your ad on Twitter or Facebook, and it will automatically and say contact us, hit a button, contact us. It will automatically take their details from Facebook and pass it on to us in Marketing Cloud. Okay, so these are all possibilities, and social media specifically works on Social Studio. Okay, again, that is a extra licensed package which the customers has to buy along with the Marketing Cloud application. After that, mobile SMS push notifications. This is pretty clear. I mean, as you can send SMS communications as well as push notifications through your app. Your app has to be connected with your Marketing Cloud in order to send those push notifications. And later, customer marketing analytics. How your campaign worked, you can report on it. There are multiple extra packages available for reporting as well. There are standard one, there are extra like Datorama, which will help you do more insightful analytics of your campaigns. So now there are also data-driven messaging and how the way you can target, and there could be dynamic way of targeting your or building your emails. So data-driven, what data-driven means, it's a tool which delivers messages to each contact based on individuals' current data, and then trigger new messages based on real-time customer interaction. Now, this is more technical. It might sound, but what does this mean is, Marketing Cloud initially will have one set of your details. For example, person named ABC, last name XYZ, okay, is a male, okay, from Bangalore, Karnataka. His age is 25 years. He is this and this graduate. So let's say they have this data. They started targeting with their specific set of communications to this and this particular person. After 3-4 years, this guy age increases, his profession changes. Sorry, his profession changes, his interest might change. So you keep on your marketing cloud still has the old data of yours, and they still keep on sending you the same emails and going ahead. But here what you can do is, based on your interactions across the social media or with your particular email product, they ask you to they try to gather as much as information as you can, and as you get more information about them, they change their type of communications. Okay, they change the way they are targeting to you, they change the way how you are responding, and they try to attract more about you. This is one example. Another example is let's say you're an insurance company, you are targeting 1000 contacts of your existing customers who has already purchased your insurance, but you want them to renew it. There are these 1000 contacts are supposed to be renewed their insurance next month. So you build a type of campaign or a communication through a journey which send them emails saying, okay, you know what, your insurance is going to expire next week. Okay, please click on this link to download the quote and purchase. You again send the same email on the day of insurance being expired. Okay, so we want to send the third email on the day of after 2 days of insurance being expired, saying your insurance is expired, please renew. So what if some person already renewed when you send them the first email itself? Okay, you've already designed this flow, but of the emails, 3 emails you have built, you have scheduled those emails, but you should know, right, this person has already bought an insurance, he has renewed it already, or he might have renewed it to someone else. You don't have to send him the same email again. That's when marketing cloud data driven messaging comes in place. They take the real-time data, analyze it, say okay, and remove those contacts from those particular journey. That's another example of it. Okay, and now dynamic components. So what are dynamic components is you can create personalized experience emails here. If you're targeting certain set, there could be female, male there. So you're addressing that particular gender the way in a different way. Female might be interested in female clothing, male and more interested in some adventurous stuff. Anything, it can be anything. So you build only one email, but it works differently when they are received by those contacts. Okay. Any questions till now? All good?
I have one question. So let's say
Yes.
if we used to send an email to a lot of customers, and if there's an option of unsubscribing, so do we have a control of these kind of features of unsubscribing the emails? Let's say if
Yes.
somebody is unsubscribing my email, then I know that, okay, I do not need to send further emails to them.
Correct. There is a way. It's a very important feature in Marketing Cloud, and it's very nicely designed here. So yes, there is a way to do this.
Okay, and what is the difference between Pardot and Marketing Cloud?
Pardot is another application. Marketing Cloud is a different application. They deal with mostly with the marketing itself, but it's just a way of functioning is different. Some of the companies go with Pardot with its capabilities. Some companies, mostly companies work when it comes to marketing. It comes with they deal with choose Marketing Cloud.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I skipped a couple of slides, which I felt that they're going to be repetitive, but this one, so there might be a question that how does Marketing Cloud works with all this data? How do they get the data from people, or there's an existing company? How does it works? To target the people, where the data actually comes from, if you talk about. So these can be multiple sources, for Marketing Cloud data. It can be our Salesforce CRM, okay, if you have one. So there are most of the companies which I've seen, I've worked with, they already have 3 or 4 Salesforce applications, right? From CRM, then the Commerce Cloud, and then Marketing Cloud. So their data flows from all those systems and ultimately end up in Marketing Cloud to target. Some of them do not have any Salesforce product, but they have just bought Marketing Cloud. There can be different data source for them. Their website might be one. Okay, website acts very important for some of the customers where your most of the interactions happens, one-sided interactions. If customer wants to log a particular case, they want some information about your product, anything, they enter their details in their website and their data flows to Marketing Cloud. There can be CSV files, Excel files, which are provided to you by your campaign managers or any people. Like we buy campaign data from multiple campaigning companies. There are small companies, digital marketing companies, or lead gathering companies. You might have seen this. You might have walked to a mall. There are a couple of guys, coming to you asking, "Sir, please fill in this lucky draw coupon. You'll get a lucky draw coupon if you fill in this." So what do they do exactly? Why do they do this? When you fill in such kind of forms, what they're doing is they're targeting people who are mall going. They're going to a mall, who might shop to. They have this one kind of level, or the kind of middle class, upper middle class, or something. So they take your data, fill it into Excel file, and sell it to multiple companies, digital marketing companies. And this data is dumped across a repository, and it is purchased by these such kind of big giants. If you might have seen, you have a new email address and you register it to just one of the place, you start receiving another emails as well, unnecessarily. Why? Because your data is sold out. That's how they do it. This is happening across, and it's legal. Okay. So there are CSVs. That's when it comes to place. Analytics can be one. E-commerce. Okay. You can have your e-commerce website integrated with Marketing Cloud and get all those details fetched in for further communications. Okay. Now, course content. Again, as we discussed, what are things are we gonna discuss in this course? So, or cover in this course. So we are mostly gonna target about these things you might have already seen. If you have any questions about this, please ask. We're gonna start with the data. Okay, what is it? How does it works? How do we import? How do we start with? Where do we save it? What are list? What are subscribers? What are data extensions? how to maintain the data? How to segment them? How to create different set of data extensions to save multiple set of data or different type of data. Okay. Then we have content. What is content builder? How do you import a content? How do you use that content to create emails or templates? How do you create dynamic contents? How do you create reusable contents? You just created once, but you want to use it across 10 different emails. How do you do it? how to create dynamic content based on the user attribute. If there are 10 contacts you're targeting, 10 of all of them are from India but different state. Okay, you want to display it in a different language, their respective state languages. How to do that? That is all possible with Email Studio Content Builder Marketing Cloud. Okay, create templates, creating emails, then testing your emails. Okay, validating how is it working, how is it visible in your marketing cloud, and when you send it, how is it performing? There are chances it looks good in your marketing cloud, but it looks different when it is sent to your Gmail or Outlook. Okay. Then what are different ways of sending the email? That we're gonna cover. There are a lot of ways. Okay. It's just not one part by sending email saying we just send the email. There are different ways you can configure, schedule, trigger your emails based on customer interaction or user initiation. Okay. Then analyze. Once your email is sent, analyze how it's performing. How many, what you can do tracking there. You can report on your emails. Segmentation, same thing as I said about data. What are tools we can use for segmentation? How to write queries, how to automate those queries, how to create drag and drop segmentations. Okay, and then the automations completely. Automations do not just include about sending emails, but there are a lot of things. You can have your file imported. As I said, there are different sources for your data. So if you have an Excel file coming in daily basis, how do you keep on automate how you can set up an automation which will keep on importing that data into your marketing cloud? Okay, then there could be some welcome emails you want to send. You don't have to worry about once the data is imported, they should receive a welcome email. You can schedule that email. So all these things comes into automation. There are multiple activities in the automation which performs these activities, different activities altogether. Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay. Do we also need to cover here the mobile studio?
Okay, so again, it completely depends on I'll give you idea about it, but mobile studio is something sorry, additional feature of marketing cloud which you have to purchase. You need course there. Mobile studio includes mobile connect and mobile push. Mobile push is having your app installed. Mobile connect is your SMS. So the marketing cloud which we are going to use may not have that license of having it, but you'll get an idea of what that is about, or I'll try to find out some details which will help you understand. Now, the thing is, when you go into the market looking for a job, most of them, unless you mention it in your CV, are not going to ask you by themselves, have you worked on Social Studio or Mobile Studio or Mobile Push? They're only concerned about emails. That's like a huge thing or a feature within Marketing Cloud, which is expected from a person who knows Marketing Cloud, should know about emails. They won't care. I take interviews every month of hundreds of people. I know I never address mobile myself unless they've mentioned it in their CV. Okay, or Social Studio as well. What we care about is how their email building capabilities are, how our understanding about their journeys are, what is their understanding about HTML, AMP script, and all that. And that's where our course mostly focuses on.
What the job possibility after the course?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you well.
Job topic, like I already told you that I have 10 years experience in digital marketing, then what will be the possibility for the getting the job and
There
how
is a
much
huge possibility.
time required to do it?
Okay, look, how much time required if you go with if you perform well with your marketing, after the training, you do your practice day in, day out. I can tell you tentatively 15 to 1 month, 15 days to 1 month after the course. Okay, you can start applying for the jobs, and max 1 month I
All
can
the
say,
basic,
because you already have, it's specific to your your question. Okay, to you, since you have digital marketing experience, you can tweak it a bit.
yeah,
You have 10 years of experience.
yeah. And
Yeah, go
what
ahead.
about all the studio and builder will be covered in this course, like
Which
in
studio?
real time? All the studio you're showing us is covered in the
Yes, you will
course.
get a practice demo org, which is very important. Okay, whatever we're going to discuss, I'm going to tell you guys to go and do that, build that email, okay, by yourself. Build different type of email by yourself, so you can do it yourself, in your practice org, and have, because practical knowledge is very important when it comes to this kind of stuff. You can learn a lot of things, you can read it, but it's not going to be helpful. People can catch you quickly if you have just you've just read through or gone through materials and not worked practically. Okay, so practical knowledge is very important here, and you're gonna be able to do that. So we will cover those studios, yes, and builders.
Is there
Anything
any
else?
particular support provided from after this training sessions for the particular practical training, or if we wanted to get a particular practical experience or need to practice something?
So you're gonna start practicing as the training starts. Okay, anyways,
Okay.
from day one you're gonna get the org, you're gonna start practicing what we discussed, and even after that, we don't close your subscription of that particular after the training. You still have it for at least couple of months. Okay, so any assistance needed after that, feel free to get in touch. We will do
Okay,
it.
thanks.
Yeah.
Who will do the integration of Marketing Cloud with Salesforce CRM or non-Salesforce like
No, we will not
Dynamics
do it.
CRM? Okay,
No,
so
we will not do
we
it.
are not gonna learn it. No need to learn.
No need to learn. Yes. First of all, integrations with CRM specifically, as I said, there is a step-to-step, step-by-step guide there if you want to know about it. But we cannot do integrations. We need there are a lot of things involved there in order to perform integration. I'll tell you, you won't even be able to do it until you get yourself with that particular such kind of client who is starting with Marketing Cloud. Until then, no one knows. Okay, even I had no idea how integration works until I started working for a client who just purchased Marketing Cloud and Salesforce, and then we integrated there. So it's more of an understanding perspective, how it works and how not. But again, it's not completely needed that you should know what is Marketing Cloud Connect, how are the integrations done.
Okay, and basics of admin also covered in this course, because we need. I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear
absolutely.
that.
Basics of admin.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Anything else? Feel free to ask.
Hi, Shantanu. This is
Suggest.
Priya here.
Hi, Priya.
Shantanu, just wanted to understand, how are we going to get the access of the demo? As you said, practical knowledge is important, and that is very true. So, are we going to have a single access thing, or it will be a per user basis? How are we going to get it? If you can just help us understand that.
Okay, I think Kishore can tell you more about it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Hi, Priya. Yeah, this is Kishore from
Hi.
Asvi TechSup. Okay,
Yes,
actually,
yes.
we will give some individual user licenses. Okay, so that you can do
Okay.
practice. Within the
Okay.
training, we will provide 2 months free access of the org. You know, okay, you know, right? Marketing Cloud org is not free of cost. Okay, see, it's not an open source. It's completely paid one. Okay,
Okay.
it's too difficult to get it. But actually, within this training program, we will give 2 months org access also, so that actually you can do practice. You will get the real time knowledge. Okay, we will show you in the class and everything how it works and everything after the training. Actually, okay, if you want get your hands on for that, actually we will provide a live org. You can do practice for that.
Okay. So what you're
For
saying, I'm
each
just
user,
confirming.
we will yeah, okay, for each user we will give one individual credential.
That's great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we can do is, like, even after class also, we can go ahead and practice the same there in the tool.
Yes,
correct.
yes.
Great, great. Thank you.
And that's the main thing, you know.
Yeah,
After
that's
the
true.
class, we will expect you to perform some kind of practicals and then come
Because
up with your
yeah,
questions, your
definitely.
experience.
Definitely. Yes, Shantanu, because
You know,
once we
okay, the
understand the
Salesforce
concept, it is
Marketing
important
Cloud
to
license is
implement it also.
very
Sorry.
cost in the market. One
Mhm.
license equal to 5,000 USD per month in real time. It's too cost. But in our training program, we will offer you 2 months access for all.
Okay. All right. Great. Thanks.
Right. So if you might have seen CRM, you can go and sign up for Salesforce CRM and you can get that org. That's not the case with Marketing Cloud.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
I
Okay,
have
who
one
else?
question.
Yes, Sandeep.
I have heard that we can only connect Marketing Cloud directly into production. We do not have any Salesforce
No.
sandbox or marketing sandbox for that. Is it true, or we can play around it in sandbox as well?
You're talking about Marketing Cloud Sandbox, or
A
there is
Marketing Cloud
available?
sandbox.
Yeah, we can have Marketing Cloud Sandbox. Absolutely.
Okay. So
You can
that
have
Marketing Cloud.
uh-huh.
So we can connect the Marketing Cloud sandbox to Salesforce sandbox, right?
Yes, you can. If you have Marketing Cloud Sandbox, obviously there will be need to send it, connect it with the sandbox, production, like that.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
And since we are from different background, non-IT or non-Salesforce Marketing Cloud, what can we expect the placement support, or how will be SPTech support for the resume building or placement assistance or job support if there is a need?
Yeah. Yes. From Asvi TechSup, we will help you in the particular, resume reference, resume preparation and everything, as well as we will also refer to the companies. You know, actually we are in market. Each and every day, lot of companies, lot of consultants are approaching to us. Okay, so if you have any candidate Marketing Cloud, actually we really need, actually if you have any student with well experienced with the complete training and everything, please share the numbers like that. Okay, for that actually we will refer to our students. Even actually we have a page, separate page also, Asvi TechSup jobs. There also we will post.
Okay, great. So in addition to this, maybe it seems silly, but after this course, if we meet the client's expectations, so roughly like how much experience we can show that we have relevant experience in marketing cloud. It's like 3 years or
You can put
2 years.
minimum
2
2 to
years.
3 years. Yeah, 2 to 3
Yeah,
years you can.
2 to 3 years. It completely depends on how your knowledge is.
Yeah,
You're keen.
that's completely understandable, but
Mhm.
at least like average of like 2 to
2 years,
3
2
years.
years. Yes,
2
2
years.
years
So,
you can. Yeah.
what's
So
the
we'll help
average?
you.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I was saying we'll help you know how you can perform in the interviews. When you are claiming 2 years of experience, you should have that 2 years of knowledge. So definitely you're gonna do this, but you still need that kind of confidence or that type of terminology, or when you're explaining a particular thing, you should sound that you have 2 years of experience. So
Yes.
we'll help you with that.
Yeah, that's agree. Yeah. And what could be the average package? Since we are looking for package betterment, so just sort of.
It's up to you.
That you know.
Great question.
Yeah. No, it's actually a great question and realistic question, because that's where we, you know,
We are
that is why
targeting.
actually we are all doing this.
Yeah, because since
Right.
it is 2 years, actually this question arises.
No, true. So first of all, as you know, it completely depends on what your last package was. Okay. Second of all, even if you have, you know, even if your last package was so and so, but you have a couple of now the thing changes when is, you know, when it comes to marketing cloud, you can give a lot of interviews. You open with to a hugely different realm altogether. There are so many companies want to hunt you down. So you get multiple chances of giving interviews. So if you have one offer, you can go for second offer and you can buy those offers and so on. I've seen people jumping 200, 300%. So the possibilities is not limited, I can say. You can jump from, if you roughly have 10 lakh package, you can go to 25 as well. I've seen that happening.
Is our last package really matters if we are from the different field and now switching to Salesforce Marketing Cloud?
Now you know that we should have some HR here to answer that question, but it does to some of the companies. It might not to some of the companies. I clearly cannot say anything here, but as I've seen, it does matters until certain level. And if they're really in need of someone and they have that designation cap starting from this to that, so possibly in that case, you may not, you know, it may not require.
There are scope for if we go as a fresher as well.
Gets limited. Okay, I fresher in the case, how fresher for marketing cloud or complete fresher?
Marketing Cloud.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is, I mean, that's why we have this courses, right? So you go for a course, then you claim, okay, I know marketing cloud, I'm working in marketing cloud from past this and this period. So you're no more fresher, right? You don't have to say you're a fresher.
Yeah, same question with me. Like I have experience in digital marketing, so now I can say I'm fresher in marketing cloud. So it is possible to me to enter in the market.
Yes, it is possible. It's completely how you present yourself. Okay, if you be 100% honest that saying I did marketing cloud course yesterday, completed, now I'm giving interviews, I doubt hardly people are going to entertain you. But if you say, you know, I past 1 year, 1.5 year, or almost 2 years, I've been into marketing cloud, I'm not doing so much great there when it comes to using entire marketing cloud, but I'm creating emails, I'm doing, sending emails, I'm doing this and that. So you then they know, okay, you're already working on it. Okay, you have an experience. You're not a fresher, and that's when they entertain you. So you have to show that you have an experience there to, a bit, not
Okay,
to be
got your
100%
point.
honest.
Actually, one more relevant question. Like we have talked about coding part as well, but we have not covered in this session. So where this part is coming in the picture?
So it comes when you design the email. Okay, everything is about coding will come about designing emails, and web studio is your web pages when you do it. So there you may see a lot of things here which are not covered. Definitely, we cannot go with each and every aspects in detail. We're gonna touch everywhere. We're gonna show you how coding works, where you can do it. It's just that we will need your contribution to, if you really need to learn coding, we'll help you reach at a certain level, and after that you have to find your own path, because we have to limit ourselves somewhere.
Yeah, and I feel coding is not that much hard. Like you have to do some HTML, some JavaScript for the email, I think.
Correct. Honestly, if I give my example, I had, as I said, I had that phobia. I used to Google things, for HTML. I had absolutely, my school didn't even taught me HTML back then. I believe most of your school did, but so when I started with HTML stuff in Marketing Cloud, I had to Google a lot of things, but I could do that, since I knew some different type of coding in Apex, in Salesforce CRM. You become that smart to pull this component from here, get this JavaScript from here, put it here, start tweaking a bit. And just a matter of starting it. Once you start it, you can do it. So don't feel frightened about those things. It's completely normal. You just have to stick there.
Is
Hi.
there job possibility for the is someone already implemented the things on the Marketing Cloud, then we can manage? Is there is possibility of job like this? Like we don't need to code much. Sometime it happens or not? Hello.
Yes. Is it job possibility, you said?
For the non-coding guys, like sometimes I'm I'm not talking about the phobia, but sometimes I feel that as I have 10 years experience in marketing, so sometimes I feel
Yes.
I'm not able to do the coding. So if I'll get the job, something like managing the thing.
Yeah. Yes. So as I said, I work with most of the folks who have absolutely no idea about AMP scripting or HTML. Okay, and they're still working. They're doing pretty well. So
cool.
No one is gonna kick you out if you say that no, I don't, I can't code, or
Okay.
I can't do AMP script. They still need people for a lot of things. There are a lot of rules. It's just not specific to something. There are multiple rules within Marketing Cloud as well.
Exactly. Things like analytics and all.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, how much is the fee of this course and the duration of this training session?
Sure.
Yes. Yeah, course fees, okay, 30,000 INR.
Hello, your voice is not audible.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, course fees 30,000 INR.
Okay.
Course duration 35 hours.
35 hours. Okay.
We will
Shantanu
provide
will
an
be the
org
trainer
access
for the
also for
whole
2
course.
months org access. Yes, correct.
Okay. Yes, Shantanu will be the trainer for all the courses. I'm right?
Yes,
Because my concern was that I need to understand the English in well manner. Sometimes we don't understand because we have the different speaking language. So I'm happy that Shantanu have good, like we are able to understand the Shantanu language. It is the main
Yeah,
problem.
No, definitely. So whoever is going to give you the demo will be the guy, okay, for your training. And that's very fair ask. Obviously, you don't show something else and then you get a different product, right? So yeah, if we do this, I'll be there as your trainer.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, I think we have spent a lot of time here. Most of you have to go back to your work, start your day. So let's end up here, and we look forward to hear back from you guys. It was nice talking to you all. Have a great day, and you can reach out to Kishore with any more questions if you have.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. Okay. Thanks for
Thank you very
joining
much,
for today's
Shantanu. Thank you
demo.
very much, Kishore.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
guys.
for your time.
Bye-bye.
All. Thank you. Bye.